Yo, what's going on, guys? Big Boy Reviews here. I got a book review for you guys today. It is a very interesting one. I have a very interesting story behind it. What it is Cormac McCarthy's Blood Meridian. Now, all my subscribers are probably like, wait, dude, what? In your last videos, you said that you were going to be reading Gone with the Wind. Well, you know what? Something pulled me towards Blood Meridian. I am so glad I broke that promise. Now, like I said before, there's a very interesting story behind this with me and the book. About a year ago, when I was kind of first starting out YouTube, it's almost a year ago, I actually started reading this book, and I think I only had about 30 or 40 subscribers, so about 170 of you guys have no idea about this story. I actually read this book because I was on a roll with Cormac McCarthy. I love The Road. I love No Country for Old Men. I love his books. I read about halfway through the book, and I posted a review for it, saying how much I hated it, and I just bashed the book for like 10 minutes in this video. The video got almost 1,000 views in a couple weeks, seeing how it was like the only video on YouTube even relating to this story, and I got so much hate mail. If any of you people are watching this video who had previously seen my review for this almost a year ago, I thank you for bashing me and just putting me down because I was truly an idiot. My mother said timing is everything, and I picked up the book a couple days ago, and I'm so glad I did. Something just drawed me to it. I was like, something in my head whispered, give this another try. Now I can see a good book when one comes into my line of sight, and this is beyond good. This is a masterpiece. I'm not even kidding you, people. Now, if you don't know what the book is about, it is about the kid. Now, the kid is never named throughout the book. He is just known as the kid. Later in the book, he is known as the man, but that is just because so much time progresses throughout this book. So it opens and basically just shows in a very poetic way the events that happened in his life and how he got to how he is. He is a 19-year-old kid, and he has not got too much going on for him. He ends up joining the army, and the army that he joins crosses over into Mexico and kind of wanders around for a little bit, and they just do, patrols, whatever, what army stuff. And then they are ambushed. Hundreds of Comanche Indians tower over their squad and kill everybody but the kid. The kid is left to survive in this desert, basically, until he stumbles upon another city. He is put into a prison, and then a scalp hunting gang wanders into town and recruits him and takes him out of the prison. This is where the book really takes off, and it is also where the book gets very screwed up. Now, the government used to pay people $100 per scalp, Indian scalp, and that's what this gang is going for. They are just trying to find all the Indians they can, rip the top of their heads off with a knife, and put them in a bag, and then just go to the next place, kill some more, and eventually turn them in and get money. They're very greedy and very bad. Very bad. I'm just going to leave it at that. The gang's leader is John Joel Glanton. Now, in history, there was actually a man named John Joel Glanton. And Cormac McCarthy researched about him, what little information there was about him, and basically turned this book into a historical fiction based on what his gang could have done. The gang's members are varied. There are some very interesting people, and they all are pretty much very bad, but still interesting. In the gang, you have the judge. Now, the judge is bald, and he's described as very pale, and that's about all the description you get. Besides, he's very tall, too. He is an evil man. Evil, 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 evil man. I hate him. I hate the judge. Very interesting, but still I hate him. And I think Cormac McCarthy hates him, too. In fact, I think Cormac McCarthy hates a lot of the characters in this book. I'm a character guy, and I didn't sense that he really showed any sympathy to his characters. A lot of people actually compare the judge to Satan himself, the devil. Yes, and I agree with him 100%. He is deceitful, he is violent, he is reckless, he is heartless. And his cause is just, very, very creepy. Next, you have Toadvine, Lewis Toadvine. He's actually one of the characters that one of the two characters that I really liked. He has no ears, and he has HT carved into his forehead right here, which stands for horse thief. He's actually kind of sympathetic towards some of the other members. Then you have Tobin, otherwise known as the ex-priest. He's my personal favorite character. I really liked him. He actually has a heart, and he still preaches regularly to the gang in their journeys. I really liked him. This gang just marauds through the desert for the bulk of the book. It's about 150 pages of them just traveling from place to place, getting into little conflicts here and there. Not too much goes on. And that is probably my biggest gripe with the book. Not too much happens in the middle of this book. Like I said, they're just marauding from place to place. You could see a lot of evil things they do. Lots and lots of evil things. They don't just kill the Indians. After a while, they just start going from place to place and killing like Mexicans. They just kill anybody who gets in their path, basically. Very bad. In this section of the book, you will learn one thing that I came up with called WWC, otherwise known as Wake, Walk, Camp. They will wake up, they will walk to another place, then they will camp. They will wake up, they will walk to another place, shoot something, camp. And they will do it for 150 pages. Like I said, that is the only thing that I'm not the biggest fan of in this book. And there's actually a lot of people talking about it in written articles and stuff. They all say the same thing. Once you get to the end of this book, though, people, I'm telling you, the last 100 pages of this book were the best 100 pages I have ever read in my entire life. I couldn't put the book down. With that said, read this book. Cormac McCarthy did so much research for this book. Like, a huge amount of research. He had to learn Spanish because there's so much Spanish in this book. I took 3 years of it so I could understand some of the stuff, but, a lot of it I didn't understand. But anyway, he had to do so much research on the landscapes, on what happened with this gang. He read about the gangs, the ways of life they had. He just researched a buttload of things. Cormac McCarthy's writing style, if you guys don't know what it is, it's very unique. Unique is an understatement for this man. He is just so good at what he does, and what he does just makes me so badly want to be like him and how he writes. As a writer, he is just like my image that I want to be when I am his age or whatever. With that said, once you look at the pages that he has written, you will notice that there is not very much punctuation. In fact, Cormac McCarthy does not use barely any punctuation whatsoever. You will not find one pair of quotation marks in any of his books, I promise you. It's funny though, because when I was reading this, I can almost tell when he was in a serious mood, because I would see a few more commas than normal, and I was like, oh, he was in a good mood right there. The man is just a genius, that's all I'm gonna say. Some people find him lazy. No, I don't find him lazy at all. He is a mastermind. He is a genius. I love this man. I am going to be buying all of his books, reading all of his books, and reviewing all of his books. So if you want to see those, stay tuned. Many directors and people in the movie business have actually looked upon this book as high interest, but personally, I don't think that this could ever be turned into a movie. I don't think it's possible. This book is just way too deep and dense to be turned into a movie. Scott Ripley actually was very interested at one point, but he kind of dropped it and moved on with his life. But the most recent person to actually look at it was James Franco, the actor who was in 127 Hours. He shows interest in it, but I don't know how good of a director or anything he is. I haven't seen anything that he's directed, so I kind of hope that he doesn't pick it up. But if it ever does get turned into a movie, I will see it. No matter if it's good or bad, I want to see how it turns out. But like I said, I don't think it's very possible to make this a good movie. I give this book the highest rating possible. Whatever that may be, I give it to this. This is a work of art. I think that this might be my favorite book of all time. It's powerful. It is amazing. You people need to read this book, and I'd really like to see some more people from my generation read this book. Because I swear in some way, shape, or form, this will change your life. So that's my review, guys. I am happy to say that this is probably my favorite book of all time now. I'm so happy I read it, and I really think that you should read it too. So thank you for watching my review, and have a good day.